Hi everyone, this is Balázs from RacingBrick. At first glance, this video might look a bit off topic for the channel, but believe me, it really isn't. The DJI Neo2 is the latest entry in the selfie drone market. In many ways, it's a surprisingly capable and versatile little machine, and then sometimes it does this. Yes, that was the Neo2 going completely rogue on its own while it was supposed to be in tracking mode. In this video I will briefly show you what this drone can do, then what it very clearly cannot do, what it does instead, and why you should be aware of this if you are like me, a solo creator hoping to film LEGO or RC car adventures with a relatively affordable drone and decent image quality. Before we jump into the chaos, let me rewind a bit. The last DJI drone I owned was the original Mini. It was fine for the time, and you might have seen it appear occasionally in my LEGO videos, but I didn't use it much. The one thing I was really missing back then was proper tracking. I usually film everything alone, no cameraman, no dedicated drone operator. And if you are trying to control an RC vehicle, LEGO or otherwise, having reliable tracking is a huge help. Over the years I tried all sorts of solutions, smartphone gimbals, the DJI Pocket 3, but none of them really solved the problem. When the first Neo came out, I almost bought one, but skipped it because it could only track people, nothing else. So when the Neo2 was announced, I got excited. It promised tracking for people, bikers, and even cars. I ordered it on day 1, and to my surprise it arrived on day 2, so that part was already impressive. I don't want to spend much time on the basics, there are hundreds of videos online about them. It can fly on its own without any controller or phone, which is impressive. You can use your inner Jedi powers. However, it can also use a phone or a controller. It tracks people very well, even if you try to hide from it. It's surprisingly good, although not perfect. It can also track you while riding a bike or in my case a recumbent trike, and the performance is really solid. It works from a lot of angles and at decent speeds, and I've done a full video with speed information about this. Click on the link below if you are interested. It can also recognize and track cars, so today's real question is, can the Neo2 track LEGO or RC cars? Because if it could, that would be incredibly useful for a lot of us. So we started with some basic tests. First I wanted to see whether the drone even recognizes LEGO vehicles as cars. For non-human subjects, you need the controller, so you will see the DJI app on the screen. With the LEGO buggy, I turned on focus track, and ideally a marker should appear when the drone recognizes an object. Here, nothing happens. I can draw a box around it manually, but the only mode available is Spotlight. Active track is disabled, and the drone says this is not a person or a vehicle. Spotlight mode lets me fly around the car while the camera keeps pointing at it, but it will not follow it on its own. I tried the bigger LEGO crawler, but same result. Then I tried the custom-built Bronco, and surprisingly, this one actually got recognized as a car. A green marker appeared, I tapped it, and the drone identified it correctly. Active track became available. I didn't activate it here, you will soon see why, but this shows that some LEGO cars can be detected as real vehicles. For the next test, we needed a large open area for safety reasons. This time the subject was the Traxxas Slash. The drone recognized it immediately and identified it as a car. Perfect. We recorded the app screen, the drone itself, and I had another camera filming my hands on the controller so you can clearly see I wasn't touching anything. I tapped active track and the drone almost immediately accelerated in a random direction at surprising speed, completely ignoring the subject, and continued flying until it realized it had lost everything. Second attempt, we tried again from a different angle, same result. The third attempt was the worst. The drone suddenly darted toward us and we were almost hit. At this point, the emergency stop button became our best friend. So what's going on here? My theory is that the software correctly identifies the RC car as a car, but then gets confused by the scale. A full-sized vehicle would be several meters long, an RC car is tiny. The altitude, size, expected movement, nothing matches what the software is trained for, and the drone just freaks out completely. It's a shame because hardware-wise it could absolutely follow RC cars if the software understood the scale difference. As you can see, spotlight mode works fine. I can point the drone at the RC car, fly around it, and the camera stays locked on the target. If the car moves, the drone still keeps it centered as long as I manually fly it. So technically, it's possible to film moving Lego or RC cars with this drone. But you need one person driving the car and another person flying the drone, and that completely defeats the whole solo creator promise of the Neo2. Of course, if you have the skills, you can also fly manually with no tracking at all. That gives the best results anyway, but it takes practice. This attempt was much better and it was filmed with slow motion enabled, so I can make it more cinematic. In sport mode, you can fly quite fast, by the way. This is how it looks from the outside. So to sum it up, the DJI Neo2 is a very capable small drone with some impressive tracking modes as long as you track people or full-size vehicles. But do not, under any circumstances, try to use vehicle active track on RC cars or small-scale models. The drone will behave unpredictably, you won't be able to control it, and your only safe option is the emergency stop button. I really believe this is a software issue. I don't know if LEGO or RC fans are a big enough market for DJI to consider adding a small vehicle tracking mode, but the hardware clearly has the potential. Let me know what you think. Would you use a drone like this for your RC adventures if it actually worked? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe with notifications as more exciting LEGO videos are coming soon. See you next time, bye bye.